Hey everyone, Xeno back here to continue my review series on Mega Man Day in the Limelight 3. Over the last couple of months, a couple of new stages have been developed, a lot of progress has been made on the game. I'm in the inner testing circle for this game, so I'll be showing a slightly newer version that is publicly available, mostly containing some bug fixes and buffs, really important buffs actually, but I'll get into that later. For now, I will say I like this new title screen. Not sure if a tutorial or like intro animation is planned, but not too much has changed with these menus or anything. We'll just get into the new stages. So up until this point, I've covered these 6 that are already beaten. I've just gone ahead and on this newest version beaten them again. Not much new to say. I will go over a couple of slight improvements or little secrets maybe at the end of the video as I'm testing a secret character, let's just say. But for now, let's see. Okay, we'll do Brightman stage first because the secret in Pharaoh Man stage makes the use of Sparkman. Well, let's just get into it. So this is cool. Pretty sensible matchup. Sparkman versus Brightman. It's about what I would have expected. We have Snake Man here. Get this. So compared to the public version, I'm not sure what has changed with Sparkman. I think you can no longer hurt enemies with this top hitbox. Yeah. I'm not really sure if I like that change. Actually, maybe I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. So, Sparkman's playable gimmick. He has a dash pretty similar to Base. He's a bit bulkier than some of the other Robot Masters. He's a bit taller. He jumps really high, as you can see. Probably like 4 to 5 tiles. He is surprisingly agile. And then you have the multi-directional spark shot, like this. 7 directions. And then you can use the special button to charge a shot and shoot it off. Just like his boss battle. That's all well and good. This stage is pretty decent on the whole. I find the overall level construction to be a bit... the word I'd use is disjointed. So this entire stage has a overall layout of like being shaped like a light bulb. You wouldn't really know it from playing it, but if you zoom out in the editor and take a look at the geometry, this whole stage is shaped like a big light bulb, which like, that sounds pretty clever on paper, but it kind of leads to most of these rooms being really small. Like a bunch of 2-screen rooms, and then these vertical sections, which I'm not too big a fan of free moving vertical sections in Mega Man fan games. These ones are pretty inoffensive overall, but the use of Picado 24s in this stage will get really annoying. Even here, this is mildly frustrating. It's not bad, just probably not the direction I would have chosen to take this stage in. But I do like playing as Sparkman himself. He's pretty fun. The charge mechanic is all well and good. Pretty fair. In a previous build, he would pretty heavily outclass Shadowman, but he's since been buffed with some ideas that were actually my own. So I'm excited to get into that after we beat this stage. So the main mechanic of this stage is pretty much using Sparkman's electric properties to charge these gimmicks. Like the platform on the previous screen, this turns back on the light if you kill the bulb enemy, and basically so on and so forth. Pretty decent. Some of these enemy types are pretty aggravating to deal with such a large hitbox like Sparkman's. But I like the ideas overall. Try not to turn off the lights. There we go. Since I have the other characters, I might try and address some things. Supposedly Needleman bounces back when killing enemies with this slide. This has a hitbox, by the way, which I actually don't know if I knew last time. Gemini Man. Oh, the clone can now shoot, kind of like copy vision. but it aims. So that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Gemini Man, the power was pretty underbaked previously. It can still waste weapon ammo, as you can see, if it shoots a shielded enemy, but it's a pretty decent buff. And then you can move between him and the clone, as before. It looks like the Gemini laser doesn't have that segmenting issue anymore. That's good. Yeah, Magnet Man wasn't changed. Hardman's turtle got a buff, which you can now slide with. Not sure if that's a big deal, but decent. I think Topman might be the most changed. Now he gains momentum, which is pretty neat. I believe there was a fix recently, maybe not implemented yet, that Topman would keep his momentum when sliding. Not sure if that's a thing here, maybe. But either way, good stuff all around. I especially like Topman's buff. Just being able to like roll around like this is pretty fun. Alright. Moving on. I'm not sure why the lights went out. Did I kill something? Not sure. Oh, I must have killed one of those bulb enemies. Alright, that was close. Some janky camera movement here. I think Legis is working on fixing this, but we'll see later down the line. Everything else is about this is pretty bog standard Brightman stuff, like the crickets, like those. Not sure about the use of shield attackers. I guess they're okay. Climb up this wall with Snake Man. Pretty handy to have him. That was pretty tight. Alright, I'm glad that enemy didn't respawn. I was about to make a comment about that. It did. And I probably just screwed myself. Never really liked the lights turning off thing. Always found it to be a huge pain. Alright. Okay, there we go. That wasn't too bad, actually. Yeah, sometimes you have to make use of the dash. I think I killed myself with that screen multiple times, not thinking about what I was actually supposed to do there. Crap. Turn off the lights again. Alright, nice. I must be pulling from some muscle memory from the previous times I tested this, because I feel like I'm not exactly remembering everything, yet still going pretty smoothly overall. How to get that? And then maybe, oh, I have a good idea. Oh, that was perfect. Nice. Oh, actually, no need to kill that. Nothing really to complain about here for most of the stage. This last screen I find to be one of the most obnoxious in the stage, though. Just trying to get up this elevator with the avocados and Mets shooting at you. I'd like to see someone get through this without getting hit. Because either it would take about an hour to get through that segment, no damage, or, I don't know, I think there might be two enemies in there. Could probably do with removing a couple. And then this secret design is pretty much the last thing I think could be edited. There's nothing really about this alcove up here that suggests, like, it's the same as all the other ground in the stage, which is solid. A really easy fix for this would just be to make these tiles a bit darker, and maybe turn off these bright lights, like make them non-functional. I think that would be a great visual indicator. Just a really simple change, like modify the graphics a bit to be like more background-ish. Because as it stands, it looks like I'm no-clipping. Not the biggest deal in the world, but really something to consider just for kind of conveying things to the player. Looks like those enemies despawned, which I don't remember happening previously. That's interesting. Oh, yeah. Oh, I think that enemy just despawned too. Interesting. And then, yep, you got your chip up here. Pretty standard. Good secret area. Few screens, doesn't overstay its welcome. Oh boy, landing on that is gonna be painful. There we go. Oh, okay, that's convenient. I'm not sure if that was in the previous version, but yep, I was not in the mood to retrace my steps there, so. And that's a wrap for the stage, I think. Yep, there's a boss gate. Good stage. For what direction they decided to take the design with the you know, this like bulb-shaped stage and the small rooms, I think they did a fine job. Now Brightman's boss battle. I think this is pretty decent. I believe he got nerfed. He used to be a lot more obnoxious, but I believe they nerfed him. He'll turn off the lights at some point soon. Or at least he should. Yeah, I mean, this right now... Okay, there we go. So this is his, like, darkness attack, I think. And, yeah, you have to shoot this plug to pull the lights back on, I think. Let's show off the, weakness. There we go. I suggested an alternate weakness order when I was asked by the team, because right now they have it as Brightman being weak to Top Man and Pharaoh Man is weak to Search Snake. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'll talk about it more in Pharaoh Man's boss battle, but I don't feel like Search Snake exactly works as a weakness as best as it could, and then Pharaoh Man is weak to Shadow Blade for some reason. I feel like a few of these could be justifiably swapped around. They're not the worst. They're fine picks. They're not. They could be a lot worse. Most of them are decent. So my rambling aside, here we have Shadowman, who used to be really clunky. And I was able to successfully convince Leges to make some edits. So here's Shadow Blade currently. 5 directions, just like the weapon in Mega Man 3. But what it used to be is that the blade had this awful few second, or like half a second delay that made it really difficult to hit anything properly. And I'm glad that was removed. And additionally, Shadowman didn't have this, but if you charge it down, you can do his double shuriken attack from the boss battle. And this was entirely my suggestion. I'm glad it made it in. I think this is pretty smart buff. You have a more convenient offensive option. The original blade works fine too, but if you need to hit something far across the screen, there you go, that's your option. His special move is this multi-directional teleport. So you kind of move a few tiles in any of the 8 directions, and then this little log gets spawned, which can do a little bit of damage to enemies. Pretty cool. I like it overall. I'm not sure if the dev team was aware that the original demo of Day in the Limelight 3 actually had a playable Shadowman in some versions you could access with a code, I think. And the old power used to be some sort of special shoes that allowed Shadowman to walk on quicksand without sinking. I'm not sure what they would have really done with it, because the old Pharaoh Man stage seemed kind of undercooked. I don't even remember that much about it. But I'm completely fine with this teleport gimmick instead. It's pretty cool. You can even cancel out of it by switching Robot Masters, which appreciate that. Give many options for high-level play. So I approve. He feels great now, really. Excellent buffs they did. Here's a bit of a secret. Good secret. I think that's pretty intelligently telegraphed with the single tile gap in the ceiling. You kind of know something's up. At least I did right away. Better than some of the other secrets. There's a secret pretty soon into this level for the chip that I don't think is that well done. I don't know if my suggestion to telegraph it better is being taken or not. Maybe not. But I'll get into that soon. For now, I would say this stage is pretty typical Pharaoh Man stuff. I really love the booby traps. Oh, and I slipped off. That's inconvenient. But the booby traps are pretty cool. So let me show. So notice how there's a raised tile right next to me on the left, and then if you step on it, it triggers a little effect, and then an enemy appears out of nowhere. I find that's a pretty fun idea. I like that was added. It's a cool new gimmick. And then these spear platforms, very fitting as well for Tomb Raider. Basically, playing as a grave robber here. So I like that. Smart designs here. This is probably my favorite of the new stages, actually. It doesn't overstay its welcome. The gimmicks are cool, fitting. So yeah. Good work on this one, I think. Killing this specific bat used to be a pain before the buffs, the Shadowman. By the time you jumped up, the blade wouldn't spawn in time, so you'd end up basically just struggling to hit him at all. Now it's not so bad. Use the teleport to get items. Pretty convenient. And then here's probably the coolest part about the level. The prototype Mega Man 4 mini-boss for this level brought back in stunning accuracy. I'm pretty sure this is exactly how it looked. I'm not sure if the snake shot in the prototype, but I imagine this is what it would have been if it made it into the final game. Very cool. The entrance animation of it coming from the quicksand, also love that. And this mini-boss also used to be a huge pain before the Shadowman buff, but now, perfectly doable. So, smart thinking. Really creative too. I guess it's kind of a no-brainer to use the beta elements, but I'm really glad that made it in. Here we get some slightly more nefarious booby traps with these disappearing... Oh, I guess there used to be a one up here. Not sure if that was removed or if activating the booby trap destroyed it, but so here we have the secret that I don't think is particularly well telegraphed. There's the opening to the right, which kind of is like Brightman stage, so you might think... Literally everyone's first instinct, I think, is, oh, like, why don't we try and teleport through this? But you won't be able to manage it no matter what you try, pretty much. And I don't know how many people figured this out on their own, but I was certainly stumped. So the dev logic was that this quicksand pit has wall tiles next to it, so you think that the level continues beneath it. And this is the way to go. The only thing is that there are no quicksand pits thus far that have been in the indoor area. So, in my opinion, there's nothing to suggest that this would be a place you can go. I think making the quicksand pit kind of out of your way, like something you could never purposefully fall into, or kind of indicating it, like in some of the Mario Bros. Games, they have quicksand pits that take you places, but they're always telegraphed by they either jut out of the ground, or they look distinct, or there's some distinguishing element. Okay, I guess that 1-up was removed, as a side note. There used to be a 1-up there. But yeah, I don't find this secret to be very well telegraphed. I think most people will end up using a guide to find it, which is unfortunate. So here's the part that uses Sparkman, basically just riding the cricket from Brightman's stage. Oh shoot! That was not very intelligent of me. Whoa! Okay, wait. Oh! Wait. Huh. I think that might have been fixed in the newest version, so I'll say hopefully that was fixed, but if not, there's a bug for you right on camera. I believe that was fixed recently, though. Alright, let's try this again. What? Okay, I guess I'm not sure how that happened, but I really wish I could move beyond this so I could start talking about the other stuff. I can stop yelling for 1 second. Yeah, there we go. Gemini laser might be a better option for taking them out. There we go. Okay, and then a bunch of fake blocks. There we go. And then, yep, here's the chip. The actual secret area is perfectly fine. Actually getting into it is very vague. I think this needs addressing personally, but you never know with the... That would be my 2 cents. So this part is really confusing to me, honestly. I don't really know what the intended method of crossing is. I guess maybe jump from one hover platform to another. But either way... Okay, I thought the secret character unlocked at the collection of the last D chip, but I guess you have to finish the stage. I'll show him off afterwards then. So, what is... Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, that makes more sense. It's a bit chaotic with trying to kill the hey at the same time. But that's fine. Oh, and I just realized, but using the rock platform from the Game Boy stage, that didn't even occur to me as being, like, not in the NES Pharaoh Man stage, but that's technically new, yeah. From the Game Boy games. Smart addition. I mean, seeing as it's from the same stage. Probably a no-brainer again. And there we go. I think we're fairly close to the boss at this point. Not too much to say about these last few rooms. They're pretty good. Design is perfectly fine. try and avoid some of these traps. It's pretty satisfying to just blaze through spamming shurikens once you know what to do. Much better than the old laggy ones, I'll say. Oh, that trap got me. I think I fall on that basically every time. Alright, that's a wrap. Time for the Pharaoh Man boss battle. So, this fight used to be a bit unbalanced. Pharaoh Man used to just move really erratically, and it'd be kind of hard to get any decent shot on him. Now it's more balanced. So there are two phases. Phase 1, he just kind of sits on the ground here, hurls his shots as normal. And then he pulls out the, Pharaoh Eye, which I believe is from the Power Fighters. Okay, I'm not sure why he... Okay, he got locked a bit. Yeah, there we go. So I believe this would just reflect your projectiles, if you try and hit him during it. But, like I said, Snake Man is the weakness. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And then Phase 2, he flies around and shoots these Pharaoh waves at you. Very cool. I like this. The small shots used to be really difficult to dodge. Now they're more reasonable. I still think he moves too fast vertically when firing the waves. And the waves are really powerful, so that's kind of a double whammy. This isn't... What he's doing right now is not too bad. I've seen him do worse. Yeah, that was almost a tight situation. Really good fight, though. The only thing I'd say, really, maybe fine-tune the speed on him coming down and firing the waves. Sometimes he just comes down with such fast speed. Alright, so we got Shadowman. I guess there was no fanfare, but we do have the secret character. So, let me take the opportunity to take him into a stage that got some changes. I can't think of that many things that were changed. I suppose I'll show off the, Diamond stage? Yeah, why not? So, apparently programming Doc Robot was a nightmare, especially Doc Bubble here, but he's a very cool secret character. Pretty fitting. I don't think anybody was expecting anyone else, although apparently the original secret character was Yellow Devil Mark II, which would have been interesting. But I think Doc Robot makes much more sense. You know, as you'd expect, you can copy all the Day in the Limelight 2 characters, which is a lot of fun. So basically you get two playable sets in one. How do you switch? Yeah, okay. You just press the special button to switch between them. So, all of them basically behave how you'd expect. I think Doc Air can push some things back. Maybe not everything. Oh, and he can't shoot on ladders, that's interesting. So that's fine. Doc Quick. He's not nearly as fast as in Day in the Limelight 2, which is probably for the better, because he'd be the de facto best character. Oh, okay, I guess, Doc Quick can, dash like Sparkman. That's cool. So that's cool. Heat Man. Yeah, this works the same way as in Day in the Limelight 2. I keep pressing the switch button. Woodman. I think this is... Yeah, this looks the same. It was. Oh, it's pretty good against Sniper Joes. That's sweet. Metal Man. Yeah, this works the same. Oh. I like how that, blade bounced off with such little, force. Not sure if that's intentional or not. Funny. Flashman. Yeah. This is also the same. I wonder if using the, if you can use Time Stop to get past this. Let me see. Oh, okay, you can. That's actually pretty clever. Not sure if that was intentional or really accounted for, but that's cool. Alright, let's have a look at Crashman and then be done with this. I think something about the hitbox of the bomb was recently changed. So, it just, like, clipped into the ceiling there. That doesn't happen anymore. But everything else about him works exactly as you would expect. Yep, pretty normal. I believe that's about it. Yeah, none of the other stages received, very substantial changes. So, I believe I'll leave it there. Yeah, I won't show off the other weaknesses, there's no point. I'm sure somebody else has already done it. For those still watching and curious, Ring's weak to Gemini, Dive's weak to Spark, Skull weak to Hard, Bright is weak to Top, Dust is weak to Magnet, Drill's weak to Shadow, Toad is weak to... Needle, which makes sense, and then Pharaoh Man is weak to Snake. With that said, that's a wrap. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to catch you next time. This is Xeno signing out. See you guys for whatever I do next. Peace out.